cactus and succulent growers, I'm Lynn and welcome to Desert Plants of Avalon. And today's video is going to be a cactus save, and this time it's my Cereus jamacaru, also known as the Cuddly Cactus, that is rotting at the base. Now this is one of the Cereus jamacaru varieties that is sort of spineless, and it's been quite a common cactus for sale, a bit of a novelty cactus over the past few years. We have about 3 different types of jamacarus in our collection, but this is the one that is sort of become the most popular for sale, one that doesn't have spines, which is why it's nicknamed the Cuddly Cactus. And I got this probably about 3, 4, 5 years ago. And when I got it, it was this height, which is where you can see how it's grown. And I repotted it and it put on a lot of growth over the past couple of years. And it was doing very, very well for me. Now, we moved house in the April time. We've been left without a greenhouse over the spring and summer, having the greenhouse delivered now at the end of November. So it's been a very, very long wait. And it did very well for the spring and summer outside. It got sunburn at the top and it sort of got knocked back. As you can see, the sunburn caused the tip to die off and I had to cut it, and it's healed over. And I took it in sort of like in the September time when I had to bring all the cacti and succulents in, because we still waited on the greenhouse, as I mentioned. And it was doing okay. However, I noticed the other day that it was starting to go brown at the base, and I thought I must take it out. And now in just a couple of days it is going black, and this is clearly rot. This is emergency save. And funny, I had a few people contact me over the past few weeks saying that they've also noticed their cuddly cacti seem to be rotting as well. It seems to be one of the jamacaru varieties that is not easy to keep. It's not a cold hardy cactus, and this is one I overwintered last year indoors, and that's one I wouldn't have been taken out into the greenhouse when we get it anyway, but it's one we have to save. So I've got Hansi, my wonderful partner, here with me, who is going to be doing the cut so I can film the video, and hopefully you shouldn't have this happen to your cuddly cactus. But as I know a lot of people have, because they're contacting me for the same reasons, and we have to do an emergency save on this. Oh, I'm going to show you what you can do if you get it in time. We've got this in time, I believe, because this is where as far as up as this black rock goes, and there's all this green here. And I believe that hopefully we can save it, let it callus, and repropagate it as a cutting. So then guys, here we go. So I'm gonna film while Hansi does an emergency cut and see where we can get the fresh part to propagate it. So Hansi is going to do the cutting. We have got these pruning shears, but I think a sharp knife is going to be better. And we're going to be tipping it out of the pot. I mean, it's not going to be saved from the roots anyway, but we just want to see what has been going on with it, what could have caused it, because this is what I did keep dry over the summer. Plus we had a very warm spring and summer anyway, so any watering was mostly manual watering. So it was, you know, wouldn't have been that. I just think it's just been one of them cacti that can be a bit temperamental. So here's Hansi, my wonderful partner. So first thing we need to do is tip it out to find out what was going on with it. As I say, it did get sunburned during the summer. Maybe it's just too stressful for it. Yeah, the root ball is okay. So let's see what's been going on. Yep, it's not going to be saved from the roots. Obviously it's rotting from the base. So
poor guy.
Poor guy. So Hansi has got the knife. I'm just going to come round to film. He's better with knives than me. You want to make sure you take above where any black or brown is with the rot. Let's see how it is here. Hansi doing the cutting. Sometimes at this time of year, sort of late fall, is when you see anything that's happened over the summer coming out on your cacti and succulents. So this is sad to see, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed it's savable. Oh. We don't really know till we cut into it what we're going to find. But it's always important to use a sharp knife or pruning shears. A knife is better because this is a big diameter we have to get through, and a clean one as well. Don't use a knife that you've recently cut other rotting plants with. Make sure you clean it with some rubbing alcohol or some hot boiling water.
That's true.
Right. Oh, what's it going? Oh, looks like the core looks okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And what is important when you're cutting cactus is that this middle part, which is the cylindrical core, there's no yellow or browning still left. So Hansi's cutting off the corners now. So, although I did notice this the other day, I should have got onto it then.
Here will the roots come.
Yeah, that's where the new roots are going to form. Happy days, guys.
A little bit, so I can take that as well.
Any signs of even a bit of discoloration cut off. And I have done quite a few videos on saving cacti for one. Look at that. Happy days.
Yeah.
That is a healthy cutting. Well, it doesn't look that nice. This actually, by the way, is...
Shall we cut this as well here?
Maybe keep this part because we cut this off from the sunburn and it kept going down, so...
And it's liquid gonna disappear if we cut it here, so better it's dry.
Better it's dry at the top.
There we go.
And it will side shoot over time. Now, as I've mentioned quite a lot when saving cactus cuttings from rot and cactus from rot, if I were to just go ahead and put this into cactus soil now, this hasn't dried, and this is where fungus and infections can set in, especially at this time of year when cacti are dormant. So it's an absolute must I let this fully dry and form a thick white callus before I pot it up as a cut-in. And obviously once it has formed a thick callus, which can take anything from a few days, few weeks to even a few months, I keep the soil totally dry and I don't introduce any bit of watering until the following spring, which is going to be March, even the April time now. There's enough energy in this cutting to survive the winter. It's one I'm not going to be putting into the greenhouse anyway, because it's this particular type of jamacaru does need more winter warmth. This is what I've heard with the cuddly cactus. So I'm going to be putting this now in the house, under the table, in a bright position, away from damp, moisture, and away from direct sun, until it has formed a thick white callus. And when I do pot this up, I will make the update video when I do that, so you know. But it's going to be at least a month to 6 weeks before this is going to have formed a thick enough white callus before I can pot it up into dry cactus soil. And then I'm going to leave it dry then until the spring. And then even then, the springtime is when it's going to be coming into waking up in active growth. It may form roots over the winter sitting in dry soil, and I'll explain more when I do pot up this cutting in about 6 weeks time, when it's formed the thick callus, how I'm going to be treating it, because I'm obviously going to be putting into much brighter light then, but still keeping it dry. And then in the springtime I'll start spraying a little bit around the base to encourage rooting. But at this time of year it's just going to have to callus and have to just sit in dry soil once it has calloused. Now, because it's a lovely sort of dry, lovely sunny autumn day today, I'm going to be letting this air here. But if it was sort of later on in the day, and I might do this later actually while to help it callus, what you can do is sprinkle some pure cinnamon powder onto the cut, or you could even use copper sulfur powder, things like that. anything to help to dry up and prevent any fungus from entering the wound. But what I'm going to be doing in this case, because it's lovely and dry today, I'm going to let it ventilate, and then when I bring it in tonight, it will have already formed some type of dryness, and it's going to be then going under the table close to the dehumidifier as well, so that's going to help. But you can, it's purely optional with things like cinnamon powder, fungicide powder such as copper mixture or yellow sulfur, to put it onto the wound. Just thought I'd mention that because that can also be a bit of a tip to help prevent any fungus from entering. You want to make sure you keep the cut away from humidity, because if there's high humidity around an open cut on a cactus, this is where more fungus and that can get into that wound. So do bear that in mind. Make sure you put it into a dry place as well. And if your cuddly cactus does this, hopefully you can get it in time. You'll know what to do to save it, but do not pot it up straight away. Let it form this thick white callus. And as I mentioned, I have made quite a few videos on how to save a cactus from rot. And if you have a euphorbia lookalike cactus, then it's very different because they have a milky sap. But I have recently done a video saving one of my euphorbias from rot as well, so do check that video out, because euphorbia and cactus can look alike, but they are different how they're handled, but the method of letting them dry is the same. So do check that video out also. That will also be up above. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and do stay tuned for an upcoming video, because it's getting very close now to when we get the greenhouse delivered, which is going to be going down the bottom. It's going to be the end of this month, end of November. I'm mega excited, and of course I'm going to be filming when the greenhouse is being put up, and obviously all the stages of that, so stay tuned for that coming up. So I'm so excited about that, guys. It's going to be like an early Christmas present for me. And if you haven't done already, please do subscribe and click the notification bell. Give this video a like. Also leave a comment in the comments down below. Every comment helps the algorithm. And follow me on Insta and Facebook at Desert Plants of Avalon. I want to wish you all a fantastic cactus parade. And I'll just show you where I am now, all the cacti here in the kitchen until we get the greenhouse. Lovely Brugmansia flower. That's absolutely gorgeous, guys. I want to wish you all a crazy but a very happy and wonderful cactus powered day. Cactus power, yay!